Joey here, Caribou Weather Dude, and this is Mount Shivelich in Russia, which was the most powerful eruption since Hunga Tonga Pai. So I think that was like I don't know how many months that was. That was a little while. It was the biggest eruption the world's had since then. And definitely it's left some sulfur in the air, and it definitely affected some British Columbia flight plans, but mostly to Alaska and whatnot. And the dangers. It's still erupting, but the explosivity of those eruptions has subsided a little bit. It's 12:54 a.m. in Russia. That means it's my birthday there, huh? Someone was asking me, did the volcano affect our weather? And no, I don't think it's put quite enough into the atmosphere to have any long-lasting or meaningful effects on our weather, or climate. The dominant story is still climate change. The dominant story is still El Nino's coming. But there was this week that might be relevant to British Columbia. This was an earthquake that happened. Cascadia subduction zone. Port McNeill was a 6 on the magnitude scale. Magnitude 6. Or is that 237 kilometers, southwest of Port McNeill, Canada. At a depth of 7 kilometers. That happened on April the 13th. So some action there. There is talk that there is leaks that have been found on the ocean floor through the Cascadia subduction zone where warmer liquid is coming up. And that liquid, they say, acts as a lubricant on the fault. So they're really concerned that if this may be a sign that a large megathrust earthquake may be more imminent, because without that, the more that liquid that escapes out, the more grinding there is between the plates when they do slip. Sulfur content, sulfur dioxide. And it's all coming from that Russian mountain in Kamchatka, Shivelich. And it's the one that's, there's quite a bit of that. Certainly through northern Canada, Alaska, and some has definitely made its way to the prairies and even down in the United States. So there you go, higher sulfur content in your air. Here we are at Sunday, 6 p.m. We got that low moving across Ontario right now through northern Ontario, and it's been responsible for some bad weather there. Definitely been rounds of freezing rain and winter storms and things in northern Ontario. That continues. And this low is definitely making the weather in BC garbagey, although we're not really under a lot of different kinds of warnings right now of any kind. It's mostly, it's garbage level, but not severe garbage. It's not severe garbage, it's just garbage. There is, however, some snowfall warnings up in northern British Columbia, and that's what we're going to be seeing today. And we do have the possibility of snow still all through southern BC. Right now on Environment Canada, we are looking at this. So on the very far north, Muncho Lake is expecting snowfall heavy at times Monday night through Tuesday afternoon, 30 centimeters possibly before tapering off to flurries. Up Fort Nelson, areas north of Fort St. John, snowfall amounts there 10 to 20 centimeters. Gross 97 near Sakani Chief and higher elevations. Area of low pressure, which we just saw on the map over northern BC. Interior Monday will bring mixed precipitation. Rain begins near Sakani Chief and changes to snow Monday morning. It will spread northwards and reach Fort Nelson Monday afternoon. Precipitation at Fort Nelson is expected to stay as rain, but over higher elevations, 97 west of North Fly, it could be snow, 10-20 centimeters. Just on the Alberta side, heavy rain, 25 millimeters Monday before becoming mixed with wet snow. So whatever's going on in the BC piece, it doesn't meet either criteria for rainfall or snowfall warnings. However, I expect that to be pretty shitty weather. Southern Alberta, strong winds 100 kilometers an hour. That's where people go crazy down by Pincher Creek there because of wind. 90 kilometers an hour, so that's those areas on the Rocky Foothills, southern Alberta. Expect grossness. Special weather statement. A significant spring storm could impact portions of southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Tuesday night and Wednesday, possibly Thursday as well this week. Large-scale trough of low pressure extending northward from Colorado Low in the northern plains of the United States will give a prolonged period of precipitation to the southern prairies. Total snowfall will likely be in the 10-20 centimeter range by the time the system departs this week. Mild temperatures ahead of the storm, as well as heavy wet snow, will lead to plenty of melting and compaction on contacts as it begins to accumulate. Precipitation will be mixed at times with rain, especially over south central Manitoba. So our friends out there We don't have a complete clue as to how this will play out. Current thinking is precipitation will begin overnight Tuesday into Wednesday for most regions. There could be an area of mixed precipitation ahead of the main area Tuesday afternoon and evening. Total accumulations of all precipitation types may exceed 20 millimeters, greatly exacerbating the flood situation for some regions. So that is the ongoing concern beyond this. Highest confidence for heaviest precipitation lies over eastern Saskatchewan and western Manitoba, roughly from Regina to Manitoba Parklands. The greatest uncertainties for western Saskatchewan, west of Regina and the Red River Valley, east of Portage la Prairie and Manitoba as well. In addition to snowfall, moderate to strong easterly winds gusting at 60 will lead to poor travel conditions, particularly on Wednesday. So that may bring some winter storm watches and warnings. As I was saying, in Northern Ontario, this continues. This has been going on for days there, as those severe weather has been kind of sitting in the United States and throwing garbage up towards Ontario. Road closures possible. Utility outages may occur up there. Snow becoming heavy. Winds will strengthen in the evening. The snow combined with strong winds will produce near zero visibility. So that's what you might consider blizzard-like conditions. Consider postponing non-essential travel through Ontario this evening. Hopefully nobody you know is up there. Make sure you got your... I've been through Northern Ontario when this kind of thing is happening. Freezing rain through Schreiber Marathon, 5 to 10 millimeters of accretion. They will shut the highway down if they think it's not safe or they can't maintain it. So be ready for that if you know anybody traveling through Northern Ontario at all over the next day or so. Localized flooding in Quebec area down by Lambert. And right now in Quesnel, Jamie's got, Jamie Dells, one of the moderators from our group, has some serious looking mammatus clouds going on. And my lightning detector is not shot off at all for Quesnel, so as far as I know, there's no thunderstorms happening. But that is some aggressive looking skies. And that is out towards here, so that's coming my way. I don't see much of a change in the sky, but that's going on right now. So here's Sunday night in BC. Again, no warnings have been really issued for anywhere except for in the north parts of the province. That does not mean that you will not see bad travel overnight in places or possibly for work week start. Some areas of concern for slippery roads in the morning. Prince George through to Williams Lake, definitely. Highway 16 down to McBride, number 5 down to Blue River, up through Revelstoke over into Golden, and crossing into the Alberta border. Those are areas that are probably going to be slippery and crappy at times. McBride may even see a good pulse of it. Heavy rain north of Fort St. John, and snow. You don't have to go very far to find snow outside of that. So that low is bringing the cold down from the north, of course. Monday at 9 p.m., another round of precipitation moving into the province, mixed. That could bring thunderstorms to Vancouver overnight, Tuesday in the morning. So that's something to watch for if you know people in Vancouver area. Watch for a possible significant looking area of instability right there. Southern BC, mix of snow and rain. And there we go, Tuesday at 3 p.m. Nothing looking seriously well developed, I don't think. There is the possibility of some of that convective available potential energy in that area. So if anybody in the groups out there is looking on Tuesday afternoon, keep your eye open for thunderstorms. And I hope that doesn't knock out the power, because I cannot wait to see the Maple Leafs play the Tampa Bay Lightning. And it was almost touching to see the Blue Jays destroy the Tampa Bay Rays. Significant winning streak to start the season. 2 games in a row, Friday and Saturday this weekend. So the Blue Jays did lose today, but it seems like Toronto teams are starting to beat Tampa teams, if they ask me, and that makes me very excited. I'm excited for the playoffs, and I'm not much of an Oilers fan, but they're playing against the Kings, so it's almost a guaranteed win, I would think, for them. Wednesday, 4 p.m. in the south part of BC. Maybe some thunderstorm activity in tiny places between Salmon Arm, Vernon, and east of. Low sitting right over top of the Caribou. And again, not really significant warming up of temperatures. Even Kamloops seeing 0 degrees at night on the Thursday, the 20th of April. That's not funny if you ask me. It's April now. Why is Kamloops even hitting 0? Like, I expect it here in Wells. Another low slamming in Thursday overnight in southern BC. Could see it could dump through there into Friday morning. And even down Kamloops and Kelowna overnight hitting zero. So snow not just restricted to the mountains, could spill out over. So make sure if you got travel plans this week in British Columbia, you got a pretty good idea what's going on, because it's just non-stop garbagey. We're in this pattern and it's not getting much better. What can I say? All right, everybody. I think that's all I got to say for this week. I'm Joey, and yeah, it's my birthday, so please support the channel. Hit subscribe, like, share, and I'm really happy. My kids are here. My mom's here. Life is good. So I got to go. Bye now.